Hello, we're here at the Festival of the Arts and Pageant of the Masters here in Laguna Beach. And as you can see, just behind me, all the world's on stage this year. So join us for 75 brilliant years here in Laguna Beach. Come and see the juried art show and see where art comes to life. We're here with Sharpie Higuchi, the Marketing and Public Relations Director here for the Festival of the Arts and the Pageant of the Masters. Now last year you unveiled this, well, it's called the Festival Explorer now.
It is. It's the Festival Explorer. It's our mobile museum, and what it houses is the timeline about the Festival Arts and the Pageant of the Masters. It's about our history, and it's quite entertaining, and it's been traveling throughout Orange County and San Diego and LA counties. It's been a big hit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this year, 75 years, you guys have been around for a while.
We have been, and we're kind of an old lady, I guess, but not that old. We're still rather sprite. So it's been 75 years since the very first living picture was presented. And at that time, it was called Spirit of the Masters, and it was more of a parade of pictures. It wasn't the sit-down type of show that it is today. And now it is. In 1936, it ended up becoming the Pageant of the Masters, and that's attributed to Roy Rupp, who looked at this living picture parade and say, hey, I think we have something here. I think we have a show. And he's the gentleman that came up with the idea, let's turn it into a show.
Well, you definitely have a show. It's been here for 75 years, which is a milestone for anyone.
It is definitely a milestone. And of course, I have to say, we simply couldn't do it without our volunteers. It takes about 700 volunteers to put on the Pageant of the Masters. And we also have the Festival Arts, which is our fine art exhibit. And this year, I'm really happy to say we have about 150 artists this year who are showcasing their artwork. And they're all OC artists, and they'll be demonstrating their crafts as well as displaying and showing their artwork. And in addition to that, the Festival Arts is going to have all type of special events. It's really going to be quite a party here, so I highly recommend people come down and visit us this summer.
Well, I know you guys really know how to throw a party, but how do you keep making it better and better every year, and what do we have to look forward to for this year?
Oh, in terms of the pageant or the festival?
Both.
Both. Oh gosh, in terms of the Pageant of the Masters, the person that we have to put our hats off to is the director, Diane Chalice-Davy, and she's in her 13th year now as director, and she's the one that picks out the theme and the final pieces to be presented, and really is the brainchild of it all when it comes to the pageant. And each year, I don't know how she tops herself. We tell her that every year as well. What are you going to do this year? So, but I do know there's some surprises this year, but I can't reveal them.
Can you give us a hint?
No hints, no hints.
Oh, Sharpie,
but the
please.
theme is all the world's a stage. Nope, can't tell you. My lips are still. And for the festival this year, we have all type of incredible events. Our special events director, Susan Davis, has done an amazing job on Sundays. Highly recommend people come down. We have our a cooking series, and the end of every Sunday we have a blues fest that's going on, and in the evenings we're having Beatle classics, and on Saturdays we're having an incredible smooth jazz concert. Now, all the things with the Festival of Arts, those are all free. All you need to do is pay for your admission ticket. And from the Smooth Jazz Concert Series, there's some pretty big names that are going to be here on our grounds every Saturday. So be sure to visit our website, lagunafestivalarts.org, and check out all the artists and are going to be performing.
Well, we'll have to check out that, but Sharpie, you are a pro at this, so I have one last question to ask you, and that is, if you are planning on coming down here for an entire day, what do you recommend for people? How should they prepare?
Well, goodness gracious, Laguna Beach is just the mecca of art. So I would highly recommend to come and down and see our art show, the Festival Arts, as well as our neighbors. There's two other art shows that are going here, the Sawdust Art Festival and also the Art Affair. So spend the day, go there, check out to the beach, and then the evening, where else do you come but the Pageant of the Masters, where art literally comes to life.
So bring your shoes for walking, your checkbook for spending.
And be prepared for a great time.
That's great. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sharpie. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Nice to see you again.
Nice
Let's
to
go
see
take a
you.
look inside the Festival Explorer. Come inside here. Oh boy, they even have lots of audio. This is where it houses the history of the Pageant of the Masters and the Festival of the Arts. Takes you from the beginning in 1932, which was the first Festival of the Arts, through the present day.
Become kind of a tradition that they, especially they being seen out in front are for the more modern. And the perimeter.
These templates are actually really important. They call them makeup templates, and they actually have a template of each person that's going to be made up, and that's how they determine how they're going to be making up their faces before they actually become part of the living art. Wow.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Skip Conover, narrator for the Pageant of the Masters. On behalf of our director, Diane Chalice-Davy, the pageant artists and technicians, the volunteers, and the Festival of Arts, welcome to our media preview for the 2008 Pageant of the Masters presentation, All the World's a Stage. By now, we hope you've had a chance to take a close look at our recreations of mice and porcelains, inspired by the characters and performers of Italian Commedia dell'arte. At the heart of this theatrical tradition were troupes of actors who began traveling from town to town, performing their broad improvised comedies in the late 16th century, playing stock characters easily recognizable to their audiences. Commedia performers wore masks and bright, iconic costumes. The ever-popular harlequin, with his signature diamond-patterned outfit, was the clever ringleader in most of these slapstick scenarios. By the 18th century, commedia troupes were performing throughout Europe. Their characters became favorite subjects for the porcelain masters of Meissen, who continued to romanticize their antics long after commedia's popularity had run its course.
All right, guys, relax, please. Feel free to come forward and ask questions.
Do you play different characters within the same show, or do you just do one character?
I just do one because it's so much makeup that it takes so long. So, yeah.
And how old are you?
I am 13 years old.
13. Well, I would never guess that by all the makeup you have on.
I know. I look so much older than I really am. So,
So are you learning any makeup techniques for when you get older?
not really, because it's so much makeup. It's like, oh wow, I'd never do that.
So what would you say to other people that are looking forward to doing this or would like to find out more information?
I'd say it's really fun, and I'd recommend it to about anyone. And it's just like, it's like a great environment to be around, and you meet so many people. So,
How do you practice standing still?
I just do it. I don't know. It's not as hard as it looks. It really isn't. It's just concentrating on what you need to do. So.
Well, thank you very, very much, and have a great summer.
You too. Thank you.